hello. How you doing, buddy? Yes, we are. Oh, man, that's exciting, eh? Holy shit, what an afternoon.
That's amazing, man.
Oh, man, yes, Mama Deadhead,
Mama
you
Deadhead,
are right.
I know.
7 hours. This is a new record for us. We're super excited by what happened today. That was
Totally.
awesome. You know, I'm going to pour a drink so we can cheers to that, my friend.
Me too. I bring out my Macallan, my favorite scotch, when I have something important like today. So.
Oh, nice. Now I'm going a little more ghetto with your classic Canadian club in a Mickey.
It's all good. To each their own. Canadian club's great.
That's a classic. Can't go wrong.
Well,
curved.
To you, to the
Thank you,
rate,
my friend.
and
Congratulations.
to, many more successful Kickstarter campaigns.
Let's
and
hope for
to
it.
Rob as well. Thanks, Rob.
Yeah.
And to everyone else that follows along. Cheers.
Yes. Thank you to everybody for helping us get there.
One for the fallen.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Oh, that tastes good. That funded taste. Tastes like funded.
Tastes like funded? So some people might not know what we're talking about. We're guessing, but today we launched the 4th volume in our Raid anthology series. So we've been doing these books now for
Hello, Roy.
5 years, I guess it's been now. We took a break during the pandemic, but we got some. We got 1, we got 2, and we got 3, and now we got 4, which is about to happen, which is super, super wonderful. That cover's by Scott Hepburn, which is killer.
Beautiful cover.
You know.
So strange. I love it.
I know it's just, it's like you're like, where have you been all my life, Kickstarter? It's just it's helping us make so many things come true, realizing so many endeavors that we had been talking about for the past decade or longer. You know what I mean? And it's just so nice to actually be able to put these things together and share them with the world. Basically,
we talked about this. Yeah, we talked about doing stuff like this, turning kind of Raid Studio into like a brand, so to speak, and produce all these books of our own creation and stuff. And it's a long road. It's not easy. There's a lot of pitfalls, and Kickstarter has been great. And we've seen our friends at Lethal Comics do very well, and other people.
Exactly,
it's like wow, let's follow suit and keep it up, right? So
exactly.
Dax launched with his Force Folk last year. That kind of get us going. He kickstarted it.
Yeah, he But I'm just super jazzed. This book is going to go to press. It's going to look amazing, and we'll be actually fulfilling by July, which will actually be one of our quickest turnarounds as well, barring any unexpected scenarios.
Printer issues or
printers, or world shipping these days is a bit of a hot mess. Lots of things going on in the world too. Never know how it might affect anything and everything, right? But let's hope and get these books out to all the wonderful people who backed us.
Totally.
But you know what? We should share before. So today we're actually going to be bringing on the whole. Well, not the whole crew, but
whoever we can get.
A lot of the people who worked on Raid 4 with us, basically, and just to talk about the creative process, the collaboration, the crowdfunding, a little bit of everything. Well, I guess I'll be drawing. I don't know if you're drawing. But,
I got an image up here. Just kind of keep working on to Steal the Sun stuff for Sheldon. So
we'll all be doing some work while we're chatting with everybody. But I figured we could kick it off by maybe running the Kickstarter trailer, because Kyle did such an amazing job with this.
Kyle
did
a great job. Rob,
the guy's a genius. So if Rob kick it into gear, we'll share that with everybody in case not everybody's seen it. Hi there. Saying your own name is so fucking difficult. I'm Ramón Pérez.
Andrew Healy.
Ian Daffern.
Dax Gordine.
Gabe Sapienza.
Katie Sawatsky.
Alessandro Micelli.
Danish Mohyuddin.
SM Carter. Anthony Falcone,
Derek Loftman,
Jack Brilliant,
Eric Vedder,
Kyle Smith,
Shane Herron,
Michelle Luco,
O.J. Anderson,
Sam Noir,
Rob Kugler,
Andrew Dorland,
Damien Cantor. Sounds like robot shit.
And we're the creators behind KLAATU, a genre-driven anthology where creators stand first, sharing the stories they want to tell and staying true to their vision. We started with Raid 1, and with every succeeding volume, new creators joined in. Join us on KLAATU or discover all 4 volumes, where together you'll find over 48 notable comic creators and emerging talents unleashing their creative visions in over 50 unique comic stories.
This is everything you want and so much more. Get it.
Buy 2 copies.
Read it. We did.
I don't know what to say, and I'm not good at this stuff.
I think that pretty much sums us up, doesn't it?
Oh
my God. We're a bunch of fools. It's ridiculous. Oh, man. So
Speaking of clowns, we got a couple of guys, I think, right here already. I don't know if we should bring them in.
Let's let in the circus and start
Let
chatting.
some of the circuit come in here. See who's knocking at the door. Oh, jeez.
Oh, hello.
Congratulations, guys.
You too, buddy.
That's huge.
Oh, look at that.
Huge.
No pressure, Dax. No pressure.
Oh. Well, no, the pressure's off now. It's all good. It's all
We
good.
can basically stop drawing for the rest of the year, right? Like we're done.
Wow, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I'm not drawing a thing for the rest of the year, yeah.
We just play Elden Ring, and I think we're good.
Oh, this game is my nightmare.
Oh, you got the figurine, didn't you, Vedder? You got like the special one.
I got the figurine, yes.
That's what everybody's doing here these days. It's just like, hey, I'm just
don't get into
it.
It'll ruin your life for a little bit.
I'm just gonna take a 20-minute break and play this. It's like no. It's a 2-hour break.
2-hour break. There's no such thing as 20 minutes in Elden Ring.
No. 20 minutes is like figuring out what you're gonna like. You stand at the map and go, what am I gonna do for the next 20 minutes?
Kids are crazy.
So do you guys think we would get funded in one day, or would that come as a surprise?
No, I was super nervous, because this is our first anthology. Being, we went out there with Dax's book and then Sheldon's, and you never know. Like I think it's just like the butterflies before an event, basically. And I had hoped maybe if we did maybe in a few days, based on previous campaigns. But yeah, this was awesome. This was killer. It blew me right out of the water. You know what I mean? And,
I mean, for me, I was kind of like looking at it going, like it looked positive because we knew we had a lot of followers that hit the notify button, right? Mm-hmm. So those numbers seemed like, there should be enough people there to pick up a copy. Yeah. But the fact that it came in so hot, like I was like, we are for the people that are watching this or whatever that, but our
Kickstarter.
No, what's the thing that Slack? Our Slack was just pinging all day with Eric giving updates, and like within 5 hours, it was like, oh, we're 2/3 there. I was like, what is happening? So it was a very, very cool, very, very cool experience, really.
Yeah.
What's up, Mama Deadhead?
Thank you for the face.
The best. Mama Deadhead is the best.
Now we got to think of some cool stretch goals. I figured we'd be a while before we start announcing these things.
For sure.
Maybe we have some. Maybe we can get some feedback from some of the people in the comment section.
There'll be a lot
suggestions.
Of sketch requests maybe for art or who knows what.
Oh, I'm really busy.
Yeah, playing Elden Ring, right?
Elden Ring. Can I get Elden Ring to draw?
Ooh. Thanks, Mama.
I picked in and I grabbed an early bird. I'm like, screw it. I want all my friends' signatures in all my books. I was like, I'm buying one.
So obviously, Dax, you've gone down this road. You were kind of like the as Eric said, the Kickstarter inspiration for going down this road.
Yeah.
Or the guinea pig, depending on how you want to look at it.
Probably more accurate. Yeah.
But Healy, like this is your first time down this path. Are you feeling any ideas coming? Like this is like an opportunity for all of us, not just as a group, but.
Oh yeah, totally. I mean, I guess like. Kickstarter, I guess, is a new platform to kind of do independent creation and also just generate IP. I mean, I guess like my background in TV, the last comic I had in the anthology was able to get optioned, and like it just seems like Raid, like kind of with becoming its own publisher in a way through Kickstarter.
No,
it's an IP factory, which is really cool.
Yeah, and so for those who don't know, Healy is the writer behind Dr. Cucaracha in Volume 3, and the writer behind Killer 27, or did you change the title? I can't remember.
Better to Burn Out. We're now using the Hey Hey My Neil Young lyric
for Volume 4, with Shane, who I think will be joining us later.
Nice.
Who's the artist on the short story. But yeah, I just love the way to just play with these things, get little short stories out there, and as you said with your Dr. Cucaracha, like that's a nice way to just take that and then pitch it around, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I know from like Volume 1, a lot of the individuals in Volume 1 and 2 took a lot of their stories and just were pitching them around and getting them optioned, and some went somewhere, some didn't. But it's that being that proactive self, right? That kind of
totally.
When you have
I've already got a request for a stretch goal from Sarah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
What is it?
Enamel pins.
Enamel pins.
There it is.
But of what,
I love
though?
the good enamel
Of what?
pins.
Of what?
Yeah.
And
But I mean,
the Cosmonaut would make a good pin. So
Would it?
I think so. That screen print you have would be good.
Yeah.
You got the print for it already, so I think that's
Oh,
it's a no-brainer to do that.
Or we could do like the Raid Monster, maybe might be a good pin, like glow in the dark eyes, maybe.
Oh yeah.
Or something. That might be kind of cool.
Or
maybe we could have like it's like some wizard's hat pin or something. I don't know.
It's nudging.
Techniques and hijinks. I will say though, I'm excited. I mean, this warrants a celebration. Hopefully, at some point soon, we can all get together and have like one of those Raid kind of barbecues. Have some hot dogs and Rob's famous hamburgers and stuff like that out in the front there.
Yeah. We have the convention coming up.
Raid 4. What's that?
We have a convention in like a week.
like Toronto Comic Con.
I'm so excited for that. Oh man, I can't wait to see you guys.
Yeah, that's gonna be great. It starts at I think 10 on Friday, right?
I know. This one's different, Ramon? Looks like I'm going to be invading your casa on the Thursday.
Oh, fuck! It starts that early on the Friday.
Yeah, because it's 10 a.m. Friday.
Oh,
it's not like setup day Friday. It's like go day.
Gonna get some extra beds at Hotel Perez. Yeah.
Vedder, you're crashing the Ramones too, right?
Always, buddy.
That's amazing.
I don't know if I'm coming in Friday. I'll probably come in Friday afternoon.
Right.
But definitely there until probably Monday morning. So 3 nights up there with everybody.
Woo!
That's some cool sleepover.
You have some traditions that I'm starting to push my way into, which I really enjoy.
I love it.
Yeah.
Those are great traditions.
Pantsless drinks.
Sorry to interrupt, but we have some more people in the back green room. Introducing Danish Mohinder and Gabe Zapienza.
Mohinder.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, here we go. More people.
Hello.
Hey, guys.
Hello.
Guys.
Heroes
There
to
we
us
go.
all.
Heroes.
Cheers, you guys.
Yeah, cheers.
Welcome to the party. There you go.
Oh, I don't have
You don't got nothing done.
No.
Oh,
man, congratulations. That's amazing.
No, you too, buddy.
Yeah.
Donish, for people who aren't aware, Donish has a Kickstarter going on right now for an amazing poster.
Yes.
With what is it, over 500 characters, Donish?
300.
300. Okay, not as low as I thought. But
Yeah.
that's dog noises.
Oh,
But we're going to send out a link with your campaign in our next update. Just to get people aware of it. Oh, there's a beast running around here. A 4-legged beast.
Is that Rob?
Is that Riley?
Yeah.
It's actually KLAATU.
Is that right? Yeah, it's actually KLAATU.
Yes.
I will say though, like it was hilarious. I was at my niece's birthday party like last weekend ago, or maybe 2 weeks now, and Danish's Kickstarter had just launched, and my mom, like I'm there like having dinner, we're having drinks all around the table, and my mom's like, that poster that you linked, I had to buy it. I bought it, and like my brother bought it too. They're like, I'm like, I said, it's not mine, right? You don't have to buy it. And they're like, no, I wanted to buy it. It's so great. And I'm like, well, there you go.
That's amazing.
Oh,
awesome. Exactly. That's the man behind your unique corner.
Oh, when did you get that? I'm curious.
I sent it in the last Raid mystery box.
Oh, amazing. That's good to know. Oh man, that's cool, man. That's so did you say your sister and your mom?
My mom and brother, yeah.
Your mom and
they
brother.
both picked up a copy of it, yeah.
Oh, amazing. Yeah.
It looks so good. Like, it's so good. You've been working on that for a while, right?
Yeah. Well, I say 9 years because I started it 9 years ago, but like I've been updating it and working on it now and then. So, yeah, it's been some time. So
yeah, that's a bit of time.
I know. I'm so excited about this. The Raid 4 though. I'm so I have to say I'm excited about my story going out there, but also like the whole thing.
Oh yeah, we've been working on this for a while over the pandemic, and to finally actually have it up, because people don't know, we originally planned to launch this last year at the end of the year, but just a lot of domino effects kind of.
The world had different plans.
Yeah.
It tends to happen too. I mean, even the best of times, you're wrangling 18 people or creators to put a book together.
That's not the easiest part. But I mean, I'm so proud of all the work that's being done here. Everybody's put in their best, and it's just phenomenal. So I'm excited to share it with everybody.
Gabe, I didn't get to see your page, because you were coming in hot at a point, right? And I hadn't seen any of your actual finished pages. They look really good, the stuff I saw.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah.
I finally, this was a while back. I took some time to actually go through everybody's stories, and like it's just such an awesome book. I am so stoked that it was funded so quickly, and that it just got the attention, like everyone's work got the attention I felt it deserved, and yeah, like it's super exciting. It's actually kind of surreal because technically I think this is my first project that I've been connected to, which has been on Kickstarter. So that's just really cool.
Oh no, I guess I did some initial comic stuff and Dax's thing. Just posters, not actual work, I guess, right? Like.
Well, I remember contributing to Dax's campaign as well.
Oh yeah.
Is that what you were talking about?
Yeah, I guess that's my only connection. Like no story. I guess I've done some posters, but no actual
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we did Dracula Visions too, which was funded.
That's true.
But yeah, story-wise, this was like the first.
Yeah, like this is your
I
baby.
think so. Unless I'm totally wrong, and there's another one.
Let's call it your first. We'll redact it later.
Yeah.
But I think it's also, it's inspiring. I can't wait. We have Dax's Volume 2 coming up shortly, and then my Kookaburra Volume 1. So we have like a crazy year planned out.
So exciting.
Yeah.
I can't believe you're gonna do Kookaburra finally. Jeebus. That's awesome.
I can't wait to utter the same words with Arden.
Me too.
Yeah. I was talking to Ramon the other day because I wanted to put Kookaburra on the poster with like forest folk, just because it's a special thing, and I was drawing it and I just realized how freaking amazing the character is and how many details there are on that character.
Yeah.
Like I
drive
remember
myself nuts, right?
Yo, you're crazy, man. You're crazy. You guys have to take a good look at his character. Like really take a look at every it's totally like there's like a thing in the hair, the earrings, like the bracelets. I can't remember the shoes or like specific shoes, like every part of this character is so like difficult to draw, and this guy is just like draws it.
Well, I'm holding out that Dax will finish his pinup for me for my campaign.
Well, I'll finish that. Yeah, for sure.
So what does everybody think? We got some ideas for stretch goals here from the audience. Is anybody got ideas that we should help make this thing even more special?
I always liked it when like artists would draw each other's characters. I think we did that for the last one. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that too, actually.
Yeah.
You know,
it's kind of like covering each other's songs.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Doing a playlist of each other's work, basically.
So sorry, I should know this because I'm also running a campaign. But what is a stretch goal again?
I like how you've made like 5 stretch goals, but you don't.
Yeah.
Are you like?
I just do what Sam tells me.
Are you being serious right now?
Yeah.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
No,
Okay.
No, I swear. Like, I know there's like a stretch goal, and there's like I always get confused between a stretch goal and like what's the other thing? A milestone.
Oh, milestone, yeah. So
Are those
we
the
hit a
same
milestone, I would guess. You know, with our funding in such a short time. But a stretch goal is when you offer something as an incentive to get people to give you more funding, basically.
Oh, so when you reach a
like
target,
your bookmarks or your different things that you've been offering on your campaign.
okay, so those are so you just keep adding it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what that is.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I went to your campaign and you have like 3 unlocked, don't you?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
You've already done 3 of them, bud.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what he's doing, basically, is what's going on.
That's,
Yeah,
No,
I don't know. Like, I made that
terminology.
graphic. Yeah, I don't know the terminology. I was
yeah,
confused.
I'm like that too.
So what do we have right now? Do we have current ideas for stretch goals?
We have a few. A lot of them are book oriented, to have the book be just better.
To pimp the book, right?
So better quality paper stock, adding things like French flaps.
French flap is the cover on the inside flaps.
Yeah.
Okay.
Custom inks is an idea because we're thinking of adding neon inks to the cover to really bump the cover up color-wise.
Oh,
nice.
You know
like the green part, or like both the green and
the green or the pink. Yeah. So basically, you can get a custom because with CMYK they won't be as vibrant. They'll still be there, but you get a custom ink, and then you can just pop that even more, right? So that's an idea as well. I'm kind of in the talks with the printer to see what's possible to get the nicest finishes we can, and really just make this book its own thing. You know what I mean? We're really changing the vibe from volumes from the earlier volumes with came out. So we kind of treating the first set as the first 3 and have a kind of look to them. And so we really want to see if we can kind of give the next 3 their own look as well. Texture, different kind of finishes on the cover, and that sort of thing, right? So hopefully, in a couple of years we'll have a
character doll. Yeah.
There you go.
Can we
Cosmonaut plushie.
Can I just throw out ideas, like even though?
Yeah, for sure.
Totally.
For sure. Go throw them out.
Like I recently bought like a Mad Magazine version that's like I think it's like 2 feet high. And it's just
like an over novelty size.
Novelty size, yeah. Like
what is it?
Like a novel, like a big size book. Like it's
like 4 feet by 2 feet.
The book is actually that big.
Yeah, it's like this big. Yeah. I don't know how to.
Whoa.
It's like bigger than the screen I'm in. Yeah.
Okay.
Like I don't know, like a special limited edition that's like huge.
Oh, that'd be a lot. That's a little bit of money, though. Unfortunately,
yeah.
I know from.
I think you're taking the word stretch goal too literally.
Yeah, that's why.
Sarah had an idea there. It's like a comic holder.
A safe way to carry my books. I want signed, like a hardcover box that holds maybe 10. Oh, that's interesting.
That's kind of like free advertising for us too.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, we got what we usually do is we'll kind of consider different stretch goals, but then we'll source and price for we make them a stretch goal. Because the last thing you want to do is say, hey, I'm going to offer a 2x4 foot book, and then it costs you $1,000 to make per book or something like that. You know what I mean?
What about temporary tattoos?
Yeah, I looked into those.
Nice.
Yeah, during Dax's campaign, I actually had a bunch of filberts made just to test out. He never saw
You did
them,
temporary tattoos. My character didn't even tell me.
Yeah,
Man, this is turning an episode of Maury.
I want that so bad. Oh no!
I wanted to see if it would work first,
Okay,
and so like I did like a test print based from a printer I was working with, and they're pretty cool. So yeah, something we'll definitely maybe consider for.
Doesn't know if they're cool.
Yeah, they're so cool. I didn't know. Apparently, my own character was on a tattoo,
cool.
and I didn't even get one. I mean, hey.
I'm sorry. I think I think I have a couple left here. Hold on.
Dax has enough tattoos. Doesn't need any more.
But I would Instagram the hell out of that. I would just put it right on my forehead.
There you go. Well, we could do a special Force Folk Volume 2 tattoo set.
There you go.
Nice.
I like it. Like you applying it as if we're actually like doing a real tattoo.
Yeah.
But it's just me lying down crying and like you're just putting the paper on and rubbing it with like water on the back. Oh god.
That's awesome.
I don't know if Rob's Cupcakes is referring to his posterior or actual cupcakes.
No, that's Rob. For a stretch goal, delivery of Rob's black velvet or red velvet cupcake.
That's not a terrible idea.
That's hilarious. Local delivery only, basically.
I can give away a special Mowgli recipe.
Oh yeah. That'd be pretty cool.
What about like a poster? Like I used to love getting posters inside comics. Like a full.
That's a good idea.
We're thinking some posters, maybe of the cover or different things. See what might work, basically.
Yeah.
We got a few ideas.
The cover might be nice, like as a print or whatever, like as a longer stretch goal. You know what I mean? Like down the road, like a nice print of the cover.
Exactly.
Yeah. It is a pretty bomb cover. Like it's
really cool.
It's so sick.
Yeah.
What about like a black and white version, or do people just like color these days?
No, I think for posters, people like color, but it'd be cool to do like maybe a metallic print one day or something.
Oh, yeah.
Like different colors or whatever. It's not bad. So Eric, are you drawing anything there?
For somebody.
Hmm?
You can get it. One of the tiers is Rob comes to your house and cooks a meal.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
I think that's a win-win for everybody, really. At the end of the day.
We have to look up the.
This time, do you have a sample of the coin for this one or no?
Not yet. Everything's in production. I just wanted to make. I don't like to order things till we have at least some funding. In place.
So is the coin a stretch goal?
No, that's part of the limited edition early bird special.
Okay, it's one of the
tiers.
Yeah, so basically we'll limit it to 100 and 100 only, basically.
Is the coin fungible or non-fungible?
Non-fungible. They're all uniquely numbered. Funny guys. Always with the comedy.
Hey, well, Andrew is a stand-up comedian.
That's true.
Oh yeah, I actually have something up the 16th if you guys are free.
Oh, dude, I've never been to any of your shows. I really want to come.
I hope you're my friend afterwards. Maybe our working relationship is so good because we haven't seen
it. Dennis.
Yeah, I'm gonna come disguised in a hat and a fake mustache, and I'm gonna sit in the back and heckle you.
Wait, have you ever done YouTube shows, Healy?
No, never.
Because I've watched a few online of like live comedy events on YouTube, where they basically stream it for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever it is per comic.
Oh yeah, like a live show. No, definitely.
Yeah, so
I think that'd be good.
You could do it from the comfort of your own recliner at home, maybe.
Maybe that could be a stretch goal. Performance by Andrew.
I'll do a private performance. What's the deal with this living room? Can I leave?
I'm getting concerned here with these performances.
I might be number one, so I tried to get that in first. So,
you backed our own book?
I tried to get the early bird as soon as it popped, but when I was done, I saw 3 people had already been there, so I don't know if I got first or I'm either first, third, or second, or third.
I don't know. We'll have to check, see what number you get.
I'm really jealous of Eric's. Like, he's got such a nice view of his room. It's like a bird's eye. Like,
he's got like a nice wide angle lens there.
Yeah. Nothing against the rest of you, but like Eric is.
It's got the fisheye lens from all the skate videos.
View? What's going on here? We got Garfield here. Come on.
It's all right, but it's so.
Ramon's got like nice high frame rate with like a bit of depth of field. Like his looks good.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh. Mama Deadhead's training. Fight.
Who's she gonna fight? Ooh.
I better have another whiskey then.
It's Eric for the coin.
Yeah, that's right.
Eric, I love that red painting. It looks like your reality's breaking.
Yeah.
Behind you.
Like you can jump into that. Let's just.
Yeah, totally.
What painting?
What?
Oh.
I should have my own comedy channel, I think. Someone else entirely.
Ramon, I caved and I got well, where's the camera here?
What is that? Oh, you got some.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
Barrel.
Nice.
It's so good.
Oh, that was good. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
Remember to stock up for a couple of weeks from now. Oh no, you're not going to be with us. No, yeah.
No.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Gabe, are you doing Comic-Con?
It's not cool. No, I'm not doing Comic-Con. I'm trying. So I have this Barbados trip lined up. I'm doing everything possible to just not have anything happen to cancel it for the third time.
Oh,
so I'm like.
Oh, you're afraid they would get COVID at the Comic-Con.
Yeah. I mean, if there's any good place to get it, again.
Yeah, no, it's good.
True, a solid choice.
Yeah, I mean, it's valid. Yeah.
So I'm just picking my battles. After that, though, I'm hoping that.
But what about friendship, Gabe? What about friendship?
I don't have friends. What are you
We'll
talking
do it
about?
all. We'll do it all in San Francisco later this year.
That'd be great. I've never been to San Francisco.
Here, Becky. Barbados is closed.
Well, we should definitely pick a show where a lot of us could go to. That's not our home show, so we could actually, it'd be nice. I think Denver or like San Fran would be great. I think.
Totally.
Damn, so I was fourth. That's fine. I wanted Sarah to be ahead of me anyway. Otherwise, she'd kick my ass. So.
Who?
Oh, someone else.
You are faster than Eric. Hey, Sam. Sarah was third.
Got
Eric
the
was
third coin.
fourth.
That was a good
You're
number.
right on, buddy.
Who was
Thanks
one? I want to know who one was now. Who was one?
Who was one?
Spill the tea.
3 is a good number though for a coin.
3. It's a magic number.
Or you know what? It doesn't get a medal, but like it's kind of like it's like a really cool, like suspicious.
Like you were there, you saw.
Yeah, he could have went for one, but I decided I want other people to get.
He held off. Out of kindness.
Yeah.
Out of pure kindness.
Yeah, this will be the first time we send out those coins on the special tiers in order of numbering, so that'll be a nice scenario for people who backed early.
Is Ramon frozen, or he's just a really good ventriloquist?
Ramon's frozen. I'm frozen. I guess I am. I don't know what's going on.
Just like, that's amazing, dude. How you some talent you got there.
Oh.
So should we like maybe like talk about our stories in Raid like 4 like maybe
good.
like
Yeah,
what is different? I don't even know what Ramon did. Like what was his story in that?
Yeah, I'd love to hear. Yeah, I'd love to hear all your stories.
Ours is really good.
Okay, so Eric's is really good. What about everyone else?
Mine sucks. It's not good.
Gabe's is really bad. Like Barbados.
Gabe, what is your one about again? There's like a
yeah, it's like there's like a colossal beast destroying a coastal town, and there's a hero that we follow. They have to. Oh, it's Alex. I know Alex.
Thanks, Alex.
Thanks,
Thank
Alex.
you, Alex.
Silver. Nice.
Yeah, and they have to stop. I'm describing this terribly.
No, you're doing great, man.
They have to stop the bad things from
like,
happening.
what's the log line? Well, there's a monster.
There's a monster. It's got to be stopped at all costs.
Is it fantasy? Is your thing fantasy?
It is fantasy. It's nice. Like sort of like fantasy, like action fantasy with a bit of drama, a little bit of mental health themes sprinkled in there.
Nice.
yeah, and so I'm keeping it pretty vague because I'm very curious to see how people interpret it.
That's cool.
Because to me it has a pretty specific meaning, but I've already shared it with a few people, and they've all come up with like their own meanings, which has been really fascinating. And it all kind of has like
oh, it's a charmer,
like
right?
They all get it's my story charmer. That's an inside joke. We can't do that for the whole show because it's only funny to us. But yeah, and so everyone sort of pulled out their own meanings, and I'm very curious to see what other people think.
Cool, man.
Yeah, man, it looks gorgeous, dude. The freaking compositions are amazing, like the shapes and stuff. I haven't read it yet, but I want to wait.
He's not the first one.
Yeah.
Nice, congrats
Well,
on
thank
number
you,
one.
thank you so much.
Yeah, your stuff looks great, Gabe. I feel like you leveled up, buddy.
Yeah, you look really good in there. Yeah, for sure.
I appreciate it. Everyone had really awesome stuff. So
Ramon is just having some technical difficulties. We will get him back shortly.
Rob,
but please discuss the book.
He's playing Elden Ring. That's what he's doing.
Yeah,
he took a break. I just got it. I am dying left, right, and center.
Rob,
Keely, what's yours about your story?
Oh, my story is about like a serial killer who's been like, you know, the 27 Club, like musicians that died at 27. Shane Heron and I came up with the story about like it's actually a serial killer who's like making it look like accidents, but he's kind of quality control. He's like this figure who's like before musicians sell out, kind of kills them at 27, makes it look like accidents. So it's about an old country singer who survived this killer by kind of being a drunk his entire life. But he recognized that this guy's real and no one believes him. And then it's about him being at a bar and an aspiring young artist's 27th birthday and him trying to save her from this mysterious quality control killer.
Huh. That's really, really cool.
Thanks.
Yeah, I like that one. That was cool, dude.
Nice.
That's cool.
I like you though too. So
yeah, a lot
more.
Well,
Healy's good too.
Did we already go over yours, Danish?
Yeah, so mine is so if you guys have seen like Disney's Jungle Book, it's pretty much a parody of that, where like towards the end of the movie, well, the book, because it's called Jungle Book, but it was a movie. Well, let me move on from that stupid thing. They're in this jungle, and at the end, Mowgli's like is going to leave the jungle. That's like the coming of age of Mowgli, and you know the girl like romantically drops her like vase, and he goes and gets it, and Baloo's like, no, don't go, and he leaves the jungle forever. But in my story, it's 30 years later, and Mowgli is a fat, out of shape, middle-aged Indian man with a mustache, and he never left the jungle, and he's wearing the same stinky loincloth.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's got like flies, you know. So if you read it, make sure you notice the flies. There's always flies around his underwear.
There's so much intentional fly placement. It's very important.
Yeah. Each fly has a name. No, it's not that detailed. But yeah, I think that's enough. You know, the rest is a story, and it's funny, and there's some stuff in there which I'm not going to say, but I wish I could say it now. But it's stuff that I can show, but I can't say.
Oh, spoiler alerts! I like that.
Yeah. So
I definitely read it and I was like, this is intense.
Intense. Oh, man.
Yeah, it's just like you just met with such a brutal reality for that character, and it's just like such a dystopia.
I like that, intense. Can I use that as a quote? It's gonna just be one word, intense. And I love it because people will think it's like an intense thriller, like it's like Speed or like Star Wars or something, and then they read it and they're like, "The hell is this? This is an intense."
No, it's like intense in the yeah, exactly. They're gonna read it that way, but it's intense in that it's like a cautionary tale in so many ways.
yeah. It's a true story. No, it's not a true story.
It's how so many of my high school friends ended up.
Yes, Mama Deadhead, you were number 2 in the coin position.
That's pretty sweet, though.
What about Dax? What's your story?
I'm really good at doing this, so strap in and get ready for a 30-minute, really slow expose.
Okay, Eric, what is... Sorry. You set yourself up, man.
Mine's like a fantasy, sword and sorcery wizard type thing, and it's about a young wizard who's out on a quest to pass his mage trials by finding a familiar. It's part of like the level up thing, like in schooling for the wizards in this castle, and so he's gone out to look for that, and has just kind of stumbled headlong into trouble and intrigue and whatnot, and this is part 2. I'm continuing my story from raid 3. So I've added 8 pages to that and just kind of started where it pretty much leaves off. So I remember I wrote a bit of a log line, but whoever wrote the one that's on the actual page is way better. But it's more or less just he's now befriended the ogre from the first installment. And his name is Aatrox. He's named him Aatrox, and they're buddies now. But they just kind of keep stumbling forward into this trouble that keeps showing up and alluding to maybe some foreseeable dream imagery that is kind of making him somewhat of a special kid, even though he's not so special in the world of wizardry. So so just kind of having fun with that. See where it falls.
Are they kind of like Boy Scouts kind of stuff? Like you earn badges with the wizard stuff? Yeah. Very cool.
Oh, I just realized I have a story in this one.
Rest Home. Rob, talk about the Rest Home.
Rest Home Revenge. Imagine, if you will, an old folks' home, a retirement home, if you would, where people are, going through their daily lives, maybe not in the best care, but there's also a military base some far away that has created the equivalent of the super soldier serum. And what if that shipment of drugs gets misdirected? And suddenly you have angry old people looking for their share.
It's Cocoon meets Small Soldiers.
Small Soldiers.
And we got Ramon back. And it's run by Damien Canta, who's one of our. I'm going to say new, but he's been here for a year and a half now, or 2 years now. So he's settled in really well. He's a beloved member of our community, but he drew all the imagery for it, so it was good to be able to work with him.
That's what's so cool about this book is that literally could not be more polar opposite story. I mean, none of them are close to the same thing, but you're getting so much different variation in story and theme through the whole book, right? And all of them are kind of like that too. So it's a pretty sweet collection of content.
It's like traveling through different worlds, right?
And that's one of the things about the book is that it's designed with 2 different sides that kind of let you take a different entry point into the book based on the story styles you go into.
I guess that's the thing about like anthologies where there's no you're finding emergent themes.
Oh, agreed.
And Rob, your story is very very timely as well, right?
Timely?
Timely, yeah. Given all the COVID and the senior homes and the mistreatment of
government Cuomo, right? Didn't Cuomo get into some shit for that?
Yeah.
Sorry, I was talking to Shane. You had a question for me?
Oh no, not a question. I was just saying it's very timely. Your story. I remember like talking to you about it a long time ago. Was it before like the pandemic that you were already thinking of that?
Well, when we were first talking about this, because you were looking for an idea of sorts, and you had a couple of ones, so you asked me about it, but you had your Jungle Book really attached to you. So, and then at that time, Damien was nearby, and he was like, "This could be fun to do." I was like, "Hey, man, totally."
Yeah.
But where is he tonight?
Yeah, so no, but although we don't have Damien, we have my other bearded twin, Shane
Mr.
Heron,
Shameless Shane,
illustrator of.
Yeah,
right.
He's a rat with wings.
And he had one of the best lines in the video, the Kickstarter video.
It wasn't
I
supposed
don't
to be
know
in
what
there.
I'm saying in these things.
I don't know how to do these things.
You're too charming. You're too charming.
That's my catchphrase.
Just such a charmer.
I don't know how to do things.
You're on your way to being an old curmudgeon very early on in your life.
Yeah, I like that. I'm looking forward to it. Velcro shoes.
The curmudgeon years, just dress for comfort and be angry at people.
Yeah, just get like a porch and yell at kids to get off my porch.
You're like a less personable Larry David.
And
Yeah,
before
like if
we
Larry
get too
David-
deep into Shane, just a quick reminder of everybody of Danash's Timeless Characters Kickstarter. You still have 10 days left to get into this magnificent
Yeah,
poster.
I've got mine coming.
Look at that. Super fun.
Yeah, I love
Beautiful.
I just gave him money and hoping I get a poster.
I just sent him money.
So I was like, I don't want to pay for shipping.
Yeah, that's what I did too.
What kind of campaign is this?
Yeah. No, it's going good. It's going good. I'm supposed to say something at this moment because you just showed a picture of something that I did. So I should
Say something.
I should say something. It seems like the appropriate time for me to say something about something I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope you're not putting it back up.
Talk about stress.
He is.
Oh no! Now I really have to say something. Well.
No pressure. No pressure.
What do you want to tell us about it?
This is the moment where I should say. Okay, so this is this is a timeline of characters, fictional characters from the 1800s. So I'm starting with Frankenstein in the 1800s, and it goes all the way to Mandalorian. And it's basically famous. I've chosen characters that are famous, like famous fictional characters. Popular, not just because they're popular, but because there have been repeated in media over time. Like we keep making movies, like Godzilla, we keep making movies about it, video games, cartoons. And so I was curious as to why are these characters famous? And why are we still like obsessed with them? Why do we like Spider-Man or Venom, or like we just do, like we grew up with them as kids. And I started finding like parallels between like political and cultural events and science and technology, and it all started to come together. Like it started to see trends, like for a very good example is in the 60s. There's a big theme of like radiation, especially with Marvel, like the idea of something, because it was after the Hiroshima, and like people could see the destructive effects of a nuclear bomb on a country, like the destructive effects of that. And then, the tension with Russia was there. So there was a nuclear arms race. There was a space race. And so it was all building up. It all built up towards like that moment of the Cuban Missile Crisis. And then during that time, it was just like a lot of like, so if you were a person living then and you were afraid of a nuclear war, like you would be afraid of radiation, right? You'd be afraid of what it could do to you. But it's interesting how like creative people at the time took the idea of radiation and created like powers out of it. So made it something positive, like the Hulk or Spider-Man or Daredevil or even Fantastic Four. So it's just as you go throughout the poster, you notice basically the connection between the things happening at the time and the characters created. And I think like what I was gonna say was, if there's like, for example, right now there's a lot of stuff like over COVID, there's a war in Ukraine, like there's a lot of stuff going on. And I think the job of like what creative people do is find interesting and ways of coping with like distress and anxiety and fear in society.
Yeah, I can see that.
And maybe create like positive art out of it, like trying to understand. Like I think it's about trying to understand the time in which we live in a way which is creative, not too obvious, right? You know.
Yeah.
So finding twists and like, or like trying to create alternative realities. Like it could happen, you know, it doesn't have to be this way. And I think also like we've noticed that like science fiction has had so much effect on reality, like Star Trek and like people who grew up watching Star Trek and become like scientists want to create stuff they watched on the shows as kids. So
yeah, that's why we have the flip phone and stuff like that.
Yeah, and the sliding doors.
You know.
So basically, that's the poster is. It's about seeing why characters were created at a specific point in time, and just understanding that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very awesome.
Cool.
I think
now
like
you
now,
can kind of see him behind Shane's head, but I'd also like to introduce my illustrator. It's Damien Canta.
Hey, what's up, Damien?
What's up, dude? What's up, guys?
Congrats, Damien. Congrats.
Robot name.
Thank you. Congratulations. Is it echo
on mute.
Before this continues on the Love Fest, I actually got a split. I'm heading off. I gotta go now. It was awesome to see you. Congratulations, everybody.
You
and
as well,
thank
buddy.
you, everybody,
All right.
for supporting.
All right, ciao, man.
Good work.
So good to see you, Dex.
We'll see you at Comic-Con in a week.
Yeah.
Have
Take
fun,
care,
Elden
everybody.
Ring.
Congrats.
See ya.
Have fun on Elden Ring.
Easy, dude. Yes. Dex Gordillo.
Elden Ring.
Bands and shenanigans.
Is anyone playing Elden Ring?
Oh boy.
oh yeah.
I still haven't gotten it.
Don't.
Okay. All right. Moving on.
Damien, we were just talking about. Rob was talking about your story of the home, the senior homes. It sounds really fun.
Rest Home Revenge.
The Rest Home Revenge. Yeah. Did you have fun drawing it?
I did. It was great.
How was it working with Rob?
Really easy.
Be honest.
Rob is great to work with. He's a pleasure.
Yeah. I'm working with Rob right now as well.
Oh, you are?
Oh, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, more in, like logistical support, but yeah, it's very, very detail oriented and very good like that. Yeah, I would never have thought, knowing Rob, that he would be so so good with all the minutia. Yeah.
Wow.
Can't tell if you're complimenting him or not.
No, but like, yeah. No, it's good. You don't want to be
The
detailed.
only one I haven't worked on was something as Shane in this group.
Yeah.
We might have done something called butternut squash back in the day with Ramon. And I wrote stuff for Art and for Eric.
Help edit Morris for Shane.
Yeah.
Get some Morris ideas going for Shane.
Oh yeah.
Do the big launch.
Well, you made me a coffee the other day. It's pretty good.
I'm actually glad to see Shane here because he hasn't been around enough.
I'm back, baby. I'm back.
You're back.
Shane's kind of like diamonds. He has a false scarcity, so we value him.
Spot on, buddy. Spot on.
And speaking of people working together, I believe, Eric, you had somebody helping you in Arden this whole time. And somebody else who also was one of our guinea pigs for the Kickstarter ventures, somebody by the name of S.M. Carter.
S.M. Carter.
S&M Carter.
Claude.
There he is.
Legend.
Hey, Sheldon.
Hey, buddy. There you go.
Cheers.
Cheers, dude.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers.
I like this dark, moody lighting. Ooh, it's so nice. There you go.
It looks like you're controlling all the world's technology right now.
have it all.
That's a good beard you got going there too.
Yeah, it's kind of coming in a little bit. Yeah, I'm trying. I'm not sure. My wife's not exactly fond of the way it kind of twists at the end, but I kind of like it because it gives me
Get like a little Viking braid.
Like eventually have a long braid like Lane Staley back in the day.
Yeah, for sure. I could sing some of those songs too. It'd be great. How's everybody doing?
Good. You, buddy?
Oh, I'm great. I'm great. I can't believe the rocket ship start we had today.
No, I'm not beyond thrilled. Beyond thrilled.
What have you guys been chatting about? I'm kind of warming up. I was at a hockey rink for the last hour, so I'm ready to drink some scotch and talk awesome stories with you guys.
Talk shop. I like it.
Oh.
We were kind of going through what our stories are, like what it was like working on it, like the various teams involved in each story.
Oh, that's cool. Nice.
Yeah.
Eric told you I did most of the work, and he just kind of like.
Well, it's fairly evident when you see the.
It was obvious.
Piece. Yeah, I mean, come on. Yeah.
What's he working on? He's pretty quiet over there, right? Like
I'm working on more of your fucking drawings.
I knew it. That's amazing.
So that's
constant.
That's a solid elbow.
That's really zoomed in. That could be anything.
No, it's an elbow. I bet it. Oh, we're not sharing art today, are we, Rob?
We can.
It is makeshift Mondays, after all.
I work at DE all day for Sheldon, and then afterwards he's like, "Hey, keep up with the drawings. I need stuff to steal the sun. Come on."
So Sheldon, your book should be coming in, I think, before the end of the month.
Holy crap! I can't wait for that. But yeah, I mean, with this is kind of one of these. It's kind of a crazy run here we've had with the Kickstarters. We've got Danish is going as well, which is awesome. We've got don't you have something coming soon too, Ramon? Or did you already talk about that? I don't know what I'm supposed to be talking about.
Oh yeah, no, I have my webcomic Cuckooberry coming up in April. So it's a webcomic I worked on back in 2007 till 2011, and then I did it off and on for a few years, and then just before the pandemic I started working on it again, and then the pandemic kind of killed that for various reasons. Good reasons in some ways.
Yep.
And but I'm excited to actually bring it to book form because that's where I've always wanted it, and I feel like I can't finish it as a webcomic. I have to finish it as a book. So that's my plan, so to speak.
Ramon, what are you working on there?
This is my story for Raid 4.
I thought we were all supposed to be done in November.
Yeah, well, I'm the guy who herds the cats. So he gets a little bit extra time when he's working together.
Fair enough.
You wanted to wait to get funded before finishing.
He's like, I'm not putting any work into this.
Yeah, so.
That's beautiful, man.
It looks so good.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Love the horizontal landscape panels.
Thanks, man. Yeah. Just got a few on the go here. Where is it here?
Ooh.
Dude, your work is so so much flow in it. Like I feel like I could swim through the pages.
Yeah.
like swim in a shallow end and dive into it.
There's a stage on every project I work on, which I call the Ramon Pass, where I just send him my layouts, and he's like, "Yeah, this is pretty good," and then he's like, "But here you go," and it's always so much better. No, you handle it very gently, and I appreciate it. You're always very and you have a lens on the page that I just don't have, and I love it when you give me input on my page.
I think that's part of the charm when we work on these kind of things together, because everybody. We share a lot of the stuff we're working on, so we're constantly critiquing each other, right? And I think that helps bring up the strongest thing.
What is this one?
Oh, sexy!
I'm drawing Wario and Waluigi. This is actually from a sketch group that I host called Sketch Roulette.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so I really enjoyed the original sketch of this, which was Where is it? It was this, I think. This? No, this.
That's amazing.
I'm just taking it to final now. I was like, I'll make this like a thing.
That's awesome.
That's great.
Having so many strange new feelings.
And where can we find Sketch Roulette?
We can find Sketch Roulette on the Raid Discord, which I have to learn how to link with people to, because I know how to host the thing, but
if people go to our website raid.world, there is a link directly to our Discord there, so they can join right from there.
Yeah, it's been really, really awesome. Just it's been like 6 months now we've been doing it.
It's amazing. Like I'm actually sad that I can't join regularly.
Cottage, right? The Raid Retreat.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. We did that all together that one day.
Who's making all that noise?
Someone making the snack.
Bet you it's Shane.
But yeah, Ramon, like it was awesome having you. Like I think you did the very first one with us.
Only the first one, and then it all fell apart.
But yeah, yours was great.
But I'd love to actually get back and join in, because I felt bad because it showed me how rusty I was, because I know when we used to do something similar, I could have something finished and inked in 90 minutes, and I was struggling to meet that deadline during the Sketch Roulette. So gotta get back in the game.
There's like a frantic last 10 minutes every time, no matter no matter how much everyone believes they have it together. In those last 10 minutes, you just hear like heavy breathing into the microphones, and everyone's just like, "Oh my god, I don't think I can get this done." So I try to. It's funny because the whole idea is to relax and enjoy drawing again, because a lot of us do it for a career, and you kind of like lose the love sometimes. But yeah, the stress is still there, but it just means you care about what you're making. So there's also that, so that's good.
Yeah.
I have a question, Gabe. What exactly is Sketch Roulette?
So Sketch Roulette is just essentially you get an hour to draw a character that's selected. The characters are picked at random every week. Everybody, like the night before, by the night before you drop in a character selection, they go into a randomizer that same night, and then I announce the winner of the little roulette wheel, and then the next day we usually have like a 12 p.m. or like a 9 p.m. slot. We all get together and draw that character for an hour and chat, and then we post it in the channel.
I kind of thought when I heard roulette, I kind of thought like whoever does the worst one dies or something. Like,
I mean, I haven't said anything about Sketch Roulette Extreme yet.
Oh, there we go. Okay, that's the next level.
But no one's really lived to talk about it. So.
Yeah, I love the variety of the different characters. It's just so random. Like a Disney princess one week, and then like some weird mech the next week, and so it's a nice, like, it really pushes your skill set.
I did it twice, and I tried to get Humpty Dumpty, but it didn't happen.
You're trying to get nice and easy, like a big egg?
Yeah. It's a good idea, though.
I got Bayonetta. I picked.
Yes.
Did you pick Bayonetta?
Yeah.
Oh god, that was.
And everyone's like, "No, let's not do that." And then it got picked.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
I think it's a great idea.
About the stories in Raid 4. So now that you're here, Sheldon, maybe you can talk about ours. We didn't get a chance to talk about ours.
So you're saying you host this thing? Like this is kind of like your thing.
Sorry, I'm busy drawing your stuff, so I need to get back to it.
Ounce of the story that we did for. I love it. That's great.
I'm just curious. He might have not even read it yet, so he might not be sure what it is.
Too busy working on this field of time.
Oh, Eric. Well, no, I know you know it. You love it. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to give away the whole story, but we wanted to do kind of the weird, kind of crazy, ardent take on fantasy characters meet in a bar. And our version of that. Oh, what's that? Sorry, Ramon.
I was just saying, let me interrupt you for 1 second.
Yeah.
Because I just want to preface what you're about to say in the fact that you're one of the unique individuals, you and Eric, in the series of Rain Anthology, where you've actually been world building over every volume.
Yeah.
So like where everybody else does a unique standalone story for the most part, Eric and yourself have been doing art, and while they're all standalone stories, they actually lend themselves to a bigger world. So people get a unique package when they get all 4 books, right? You know.
Yeah.
So sorry, I want to preface that.
Oh no, that's it. Yeah, that's a great setup, because that is something that it's funny, because Eric and I mean, it's our ongoing project, so we're working on it all the time. Yeah. And so, we're working towards a larger book for it, and all the stuff that we've put in, all of the anthologies to this point are all a part of it, which is really exciting, right? You've got all these different stories. Mm-hmm. We've kind of introduced all of our characters, and even for us as creators, we've kind of been able to set backstories and kind of learn about the characters more. When you have to do something final, it forces you to really understand the characters and kind of learn about them. So this one was great because we got to touch on I don't even want to say the character's name. Like, I don't want to spoil anything.
The antagonist.
Yeah, our main antagonist, and we wanted to have a setup for this character, but to kind of define defy the expectations of, what happens when, 3 badasses meet in a bar where there's also a pregnant girl and a lot of drunk people and a lot of killing. I don't know. It's like the wildest Arden story.
It's like some reminds me like Hateful Eight a bit.
You had me at pregnant girl. It's
It does have a bit of a Hateful Eight vibe. I don't think that's a bad comparator. Yeah. So
it's definitely nutty. It's not like safe for work.
No. But it's safe for your imagination. It's good for your
not safe for life.
It's nutrition.
Thanks, Rossi.
Nutrition for you. Oh, thanks, Rossi. Yeah.
Well, thanks, Rossi.
Yeah, Rossi.
Hi, Rossi.
When is she gonna do a story for Raid? Come on.
We've
She's
a busy lady. She's too popular.
Some cover art, come on.
That'd be kind of cool.
Come on.
I like that.
We're talking about stretch goals. I don't know, Rossi.
She's not even part of the campaign, Eric.
What's that?
She's not even part of the book.
Can't hear you.
Oh, never mind. Never mind. I'm just busy drawing away here. I get this comic done for this silly book.
Guys, I'm now I see a moment of silence. I'm gonna bounce.
All right.
Okay, man.
Good, Dana.
Take it easy.
Take it easy, man.
We'll see you soon.
Congratulations
Good luck with the campaign.
Yeah. Have a good night.
You too. Good seeing you.
It's really hard. It's really hard leaving an online group. Do you notice that?
It is.
It's always awkward. Yeah.
It's kind of yeah. You feel like a little bit of shame.
Yeah, I feel shameful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Always.
Pretend your screen freezes.
Yeah.
And
that was
shut things off.
Just leave. Let's go. No one cares.
Just leave already. No one cares.
Yeah. Oh.
There's a little button that says "Leave Studio." Hit that.
Yeah.
It's called the Irish goodbye. You just say. Just click on.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Amazing.
This is my
Bye.
stretch my farewell.
Bye,
Okay.
See you, buddy.
Okay. Bye.
Eric, Rob, get rid of him. There you go.
That's the longest goodbye ever.
So now that there's a break in, oh no, never mind. I think I'm gonna maybe.
KLAATU's at 17,260.
Oh shit!
What?
We're on a good.
That's awesome.
Spree here. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. Day one.
Mm-hmm.
So what I gotta ask is, we all work in world storytellers. What do you guys find interesting about doing, the short story venue that is an anthology? Like, what is the lure? Because I know that every time, you know, we put it out there, we're like, are we going to stop these or going to keep doing them? But everybody loves doing them. And, you know, we keep creating them. And I mean, I love it myself, but I'm curious to hear other people's reasons, maybe why. What's the allure maybe of the short story that kind of keeps people
I think it's a chance to just get out a little story in your head, just to kind of, and it's not like a massive commitment, like a 12 issue, or, you know, it's like I have this idea in my head, I want to get it out. It's almost kind of like a good way to like test it too, to see if you like it, you know, see if you want to see it through past that, you know.
That's true.
And honestly, I just want more published stuff. For me, I just like having as much published stuff as possible.
So selfish.
I always found, like, for the short stories, it's like you think writing a larger story is harder, but it's actually more challenging to do a short story, because you're like, I have to somehow introduce these characters, make you care about these characters, have some sort of resolution and ending all in like 6-10 pages. Like I think that's a little bit more challenging, right? It helps you sharpen your skills a little bit better.
No, I agree with that. It is a lot harder. It's like, even like when I remember our teacher saying that writing an essay, anybody can write a long essay, but make your point in a short essay, and you know, it's a bit more of a challenge.
Totally. Yeah, it's also nice to experiment with new things, and I guess in like if you're committing to like a whole long form, you might not try a genre you've done before, but you'll probably feel like more encouraged to try something maybe out of your comfort zone with like a short story.
That's true.
Plus, it gives you the opportunity to work with people you haven't worked with before too, and it's you know, it's not a huge commitment.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, very true. I was going to ask Sheldon and Eric. You guys did something interesting this time around. You did a prose story with illustrations, which I mean, we've had that done before in Raid 2. But you were the first time you tackled it with your story. Is this just something you guys were leaning into your own strengths as storytellers, or you want to do something different? Or any thoughts behind that?
Yeah, I mean, I'll let Eric start, and then I'll get it when he says something wrong. No, go ahead.
Well, kind of what Shane's point there about, it's hard to kind of get, like, introduce characters, get someone to care about them and stuff in like 8-10 pages, just comic panels. And Sheldon, I love what Sheldon writes and how he writes, and it's like we got this big world, so it's like it's nice to give him more space to tell more of a story. I think readers get a lot more out of it then. They walk away with like a lot more of it. And then there's illustrations kind of scattered throughout, so they get an idea of what these characters look like a bit. And it was a kind of a test to see if we like that format, because I don't do a lot of comic book work, and I find it's very challenging for me. So I was like, okay, well, I like doing illustrations. Is there a way we can kind of find a happy medium? I still enjoy the comic paneling format, but I don't know. It was a test, and I think it worked really well. And then for our new stuff that we're going to start working on, I think we're kind of do a little bit of the same, but also some comics. So I'm going to kind of go back to it, but it's a bigger format. So
yeah. No, I think it's like the story that we've you know, we have a lot of stories, like everybody, right? We have a ton of stories in this world that we've kind of come up with, and the size of story that this was, there's no chance that it was going to fit in you know, 8 pages. That's for sure. We knew we wouldn't fit there, but at the same time, we did want to like you know, people have been saying, it gave us an opportunity to try something. Like let's just try to do a combination. We were looking at like quite a few different books where they have this kind of intermingling of prose and illustrations, and we love that feeling where you can kind of give a vibe and a mood with an illustration, and then kind of skip some of the stuff. I mean, you know, I love all the stuff of writing, but there's times where it's really nice when you can kind of shorthand a few things there, because you know there's an image that's gonna hit the reader, or even support it. I mean, it's not like you don't, as a writer, you can't avoid those things. You can't not talk about them, but it's really nice when all of a sudden, you know, the eye goes across the page and hits an illustration, and they're like, oh wow, okay, I get it. Like I totally get what this is in a way that you know, however I painted with my words is not going to be the same as what Eric's going to draw, right?
Yeah, like you see a scar on a character, and then you're, how did they get that scar? You know?
Yeah. Where is it? So, so that was really cool. And then, like Eric was saying, I think we were trying to think about this kind of our long-term plan for Arden in general. And I think this will be for people who are picking up KLAATU, they're going to see our first real foray into this format, right? So this is like something that we worked on this for. I think we worked on the story for about a year.
Yeah. We also changed it a bunch too, right? We had a whole other story, and
totally, of course.
We actually came up with this, and then went a whole other way, and then we came back to it, going, "No, this is actually what we want to do." So,
yeah,
I remember that. I was like, "Oh, that's no stress on me."
Oh yeah, yeah, exactly. That's funny. I remember that we were talking about the one story. We went down a really long path with this whole church story, and then I kind of fired out to Ramon and Rob and Eric. I said, "Well, we've got here's another story we have. We actually have two. What does everybody think of that?" So that was kind of a fun one because we got to all kind of collaborate on the choosing process, which was fun.
Yeah.
Ramon,
I think if I recall,
Rob were like, "That one's stronger. I'd go with that one." I'm like, "Oh, okay." I mean, that was what we were planning, so it worked out.
It was just funny because I remember this being, because we had an original deadline before, so I think it was closer to the deadline originally. And I was like, "Oh God, just get it done."
They're changing totally. They're going to just do something.
Yeah, that's kind of what we do. We tend to throw a lot of different things around but then I think we know when we know. You know, it's like we try a few things. We're like, nah.
I think it happens all the time. I remember back in the day when we used to do mixed comics, and the week before we launched, like 4 of us changed our stories entirely and started drawing from scratch a week before. Like Carl Kirschel, who has now Charles Christopher, originally had a comic called Baby Cowboy, which was going to be his comic beforehand, right? And it was just hilarious that everybody last minute got, no, I don't want to do this. I want to do something else. And they did it, which was great. But it was just hilarious how artists can just be taken by whimsy one way at a moment's notice.
Totally. I have to guess. I have to hope. Did other people change? Or are we the only one that did like a complete pivot like that, Ramon? Or was there other stories that may have pivoted or changed like that?
Well, I mean, originally I think Donish and Healy were planning to work together, but then Donish wanted to do his own thing, so then Healy ended up hooking up with Shane, and then you had I actually had a different story originally that I was going to do, but then I was helping Healy with a story he was writing for something else.
Mm-hmm.
And I like one of the ideas I gave, and I was like, actually, do you mind if I use this idea for my
the Ethernet cord for the wireless thing? Yeah.
So it's kind of funny just being in a creative space and how you're just constantly talking and discussing ideas, and people will change and get re-inspired and all kinds of things, right? So I love it.
Sure. That's cool. Yeah.
Well, yeah, we just got back from our Arden retreat number 3.
Nice. How was that? Productive?
Just 2 nights away. Oh man, hell yeah! The first night was last Thursday there, Thursday night, and it was cold out, and putting a fire together, and it just wouldn't start. And it kind of was a paralleled our situation with Arden. We weren't happy with what we were doing. We didn't know what was going on. The fire's not starting. The cigars were okay. We're freezing.
The cigars were okay.
These are big problems that we have to cope with.
And John's like, we're not going to bed until we figure this out. I'm like, all right, let's go inside and we'll figure it out. And then, but before we went in, we started kind of throwing around a different way of thinking about what we were trying to do, and that kind of hit on some things and kind of got the ball rolling. Then we went inside and warmed up, had some drinks, and we kind of figured it out. And we woke up really feeling shitty from like hangover styles, and But we were immediately
it's actually we immediately got up and drove as fast as we could to a drugstore to get Advil because we're in super pain. Thankfully, we'd taken notes from our ramblings of the night before, and once we had that, and Eric had like whatever 5 breakfast sandwiches from Tim Hortons and stuff. then finally we were ready to bring all of that to bear, all of our creativity to bear on this this problem.
I thought you were going to say something like the fire burst outside and called you to the.
Sure, I'll take that.
It was really good, and then the full Friday we were there. We spent basically as soon as we were drugged up on Advil, and we were just talking basically for like 6-7 hours straight about what we were going to do and how happy we were with what we landed on. So so it was really successful. And then that night's fire was amazing, and it burned really well. And we were all
cigars were much better.
Cigars were way better. we were all like missing you guys, thinking, oh, imagine some of these guys are here. Not all of you, some of these guys. So.
You'll have to put up with us shortly.
And that's how it's done.
Yeah.
That's the creative process right there. Fire, cigars, Advil. That's the recipe. If anybody asks me how you do it, that's it.
What's your process?
Very Ernest Hemingway.
Yeah.
Find a drugstore. No, it was good. We always were very successful at every retreat. I mean, the first one got us onto the Raid 4 story that's right now. That's where we started right there, and it worked out really well. And then the second one, we kicked us off on our weekly posting that we have now we've had to abandon. But we learned a lot from it and applied it to what we're working on now, and it's never wasted. We just realized it's not the right format, and it's not going to work the way we want to tell the story. So, but it's a great exercise.
Well, it's a lot of work to maintain a comic on social media.
Yeah, totally.
Especially on a weekly basis when you have a full-time job, right?
Yeah. It definitely answered a lot of questions, and then also equally created more questions. But it led us to a really good place, and the culmination of all that effort that we put forth into that was it all came together at this retreat, and we kind of solved it, and we're really excited about what we got planned. I just read kind of a rough thing that Sheldon sent today, and I'm like, yes.
Nice.
It's great.
Early days, lots of work ahead. Holy shit.
It's when you have that goal set though, that's what actually drives you. I know Gabe here has started working with Rob on his Death and Julie series. Nice. For maybe what launched 2024, maybe, I don't know what's good. You gotta start thinking big picture.
I hope sooner than that, but I don't know. I'm writing it now, so that's great. That's good. Rob's been an immense help. He seems to have locked in on how I function on projects. So it just came down to some threats and just setting dates. That was the big part. Making sure he and Becky had the same threats lined up for me, and but no,
he was going to make your girlfriend break up with you unless you met every milestone.
Yeah,
you're not far off.
Gabe, did you finish the 3-day goal?
We'll talk about that. Just because there was some stuff.
Put him on the spot.
No, I have. There was legitimately some stuff that happened in between, but I'm still on it. I promise. It's priority number 1 for.
All right. There's a meeting coming up. You better be ready.
I'll be ready for the meeting.
That's awesome.
I'm not sweating.
Well, that's awesome to hear, because I loved the Death and Julie story. Which was that in what was that? That was in Raid 3. Yeah. I was gonna say that was an awesome story. So I'm more
Thanks,
of
man.
that is gonna be fantastic, Abe. That's cool.
Well, that means a lot, man. I have a lot of respect for your work as well, and I'm so stoked to read your book.
Me too.
I'm really excited about how that campaign went as well. But yeah, no, Death and Julie, a big reason why I'm continuing with it is because of the response a lot of you gave me. I believed in it myself enough, but then people were looking at the pages and had this really, really wonderfully positive response, and I was like, okay, I think I'll keep going with this. Yeah. So thank you, and also going back to why I enjoy why we enjoy the anthologies, like Raid 3 was a vessel for that to happen, because I think I was writing with other I was working off of Kyle's writing for the first 2 books, and then we'd always sort of been kind of a writer illustrator team for those ones, and then the 3rd book just gave me an opportunity to kind of run with my own idea and really put my writing to the test as well. So it was all a really good experience.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's always fascinating to see everybody grow through these anthologies and different things like this, because when you guys first joined the studio, in Raid 1, you guys, and 2, you collaborate together, and then suddenly you both split off and did your own art and story, which was just fantastic to see.
Yeah, that's really cool.
That's awesome.
Oh, it's so quiet.
Well, I'm gonna actually this is the moment I have to jump, because I have a child who has to go to bed, so I'm gonna
be a responsible father.
Yeah, I'm gonna go sing songs and stuff. Yeah.
I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's my thing. So, anyways, it was great to see everybody. Congratulations again to everybody on KLAATU, and have a good rest of the day, guys. We'll see you guys really soon.
Yeah,
great seeing you, man.
Good seeing you.
Take care.
Thank God.
Thank you.
Oh,
and thanks, Alex. That's really sweet.
Well, man,
I love that push-up.
Gabe, Wario's way too busty, man. What's going on here?
Oh, man.
I mean, I don't know.
I'm getting feelings.
You should just call this Kinsey scale.
This was from an idea, like it was a Halloween costume idea, actually. I was
really?
I think doing Wario and Waluigi in drag would be kind of amazing. And then we were, what was it? Dynamic duos was the theme on a sketch roulette week we had, and they got picked, so I was like, oh, here's my chance. I don't know when I'll be able to do this for Halloween, but at least I can draw it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you guys do. So I thought you did characters normally. So this was a sketch roulette where you could actually choose any character as long as it fit the vibe, basically.
Like we've started. It used to be characters. I mean, it still can be characters. We're more theme based now.
Oh, okay.
Where there's still we're still drawing characters, but now someone will pitch like a theme. Like this week we have bird or bird-like characters, and so people have picked so far. Let me just take a quick look. I picked the owl from like the Zelda series. Somebody picked like Chocobo from the Final Fantasy series. Howl from Howl's Moving Castle, because he's got like kind of a bird-like form. We got the angels from Ava from Neon Genesis, because they're pretty bird-like. So it's pretty like. Oh, and someone did Howard the Duck.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's pretty much how it goes, and then we pick one and we draw.
Nice.
Very cool. What's your your Death and Julie? Are you planning to kickstart that then, Gabe?
Sorry, am I planning to kickstart it?
Yeah, is that your end goal there with that?
Yeah. Well, in talking to Rob and Sam as well, I was like, this just seems like such a good direction to go in.
Definitely.
Yeah, like Raid Press is killing it, and I think ever since Raid 3, like I think doing the project through Raid was already kind of an idea in my mind. But yeah, so we'll see. I'm hoping that I actually get it done sooner than later.
Yeah,
because
hey,
yeah.
you started, man. That's amazing.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And the whole idea of just chipping away a little bit by little is how you get a lot done, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at Akira Kurosawa had like some tips on screenwriting, and he's like, people just think about the peak of the mountain, but they stop like the step in front of them.
Yep.
You know, just gotta climb it one day at a time.
That's exactly it.
It's so true.
You've climbed a mountain all of a sudden, right?
Yeah.
That's right. Well, it's good to have the creative community keep you in check as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, it makes a huge difference. Like feeling accountable. I think every time we would have those do the thing panels at the
yeah.
Like that was the biggest talking point for me, is the accountability, because doing a project yourself is and you're the only one you have to answer to, like that's hard.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. For me, having Sheldon join Arden was godsend. I found my creative soulmate, as I say all the time, and it really helped put get me going on stuff. We got so much stuff that we're really proud of, and we got a lot of stuff ahead. And even with Rob sat and wrote a few ideas and a couple of really nice big stories and of other areas in Arden that we will probably explore one day. And it's exciting when you have more people helping out. It's especially if you got a big world.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So,
yeah, definitely.
Pretty excited to
and having like the outside voices to kind of springboard ideas off of and chat about things is always super helpful, I find.
Here's a question. Is there ever here's one. Is there ever a moment in the writing process for any of you, this is an open-ended, where for sure that you've locked in on an idea that you think you're going to stick with? Like what happens in your mind? What kind of reaction do you have when you're kind of like, yep, this is it? I think that's even a question you can answer. Yeah. I
think for me and Sheldon, it's like we're still excited about it every time we look at it. We're just like, fuck yeah, that's still good, because like there's so much that was not good for so long. And then you're like, oh my god, we got there, and this is so fucking cool. And it's like, yeah. This is it. And like it's also a little bit like, what else would we tell? This is the story we want to tell. It has to be this, and that's kind of it. So that's the best way I can describe it, I guess.
Yeah, I love that.
I agree with Eric on that. It's the enthusiasm you have, I think, for the idea.
And you're excited to get to it. Like, you need that energy to finish anything. So,
yeah.
I find some ideas are just sticky. Like, there's that thing, like, if you have an idea late at night, write it down. There's a school of thought for that, but also if you remember in the morning, it's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
So I think, there's some stories that are almost perennial. You kind of remember them over and over again. They're almost like nagging you to be written,
Yeah. Yeah, I have a lot of scenes in my head for stories that I just keep seeing on repeat. Like, they'll just pop into my head going, yeah, this is perfect. I can't wait to add this to a story or whatever it might be. Yeah, so it's a great way to put it. It's a sticky idea that just doesn't leave your consciousness until you put it down on paper.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Also, drugs.
Lots of drugs.
Excellent.
Don't tell the kids that. Oh my god.
You see, winners do drugs, but they also do stuff after they do drugs. Losers just do drugs.
A lot of kids watch this show.
Yeah, so many kids.
Oh, shit.
Oh yeah. Oh. What are you working on there, Shane?
Nothing exciting.
Exciting.
I did this. I have some overdue commissions that I'm working on. So this is I'm just waiting for it to dry to put some finishing touches, but like Omega
Very
Red.
cool. Omega X.
Oh, nice.
Awesome,
nice.
man.
That's sick.
Watercolor?
It's like a mix of like ink and watercolor. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just trying to remember how to
I'm
draw.
looking forward to bringing all my old art pages to burn in the fire that Shane did last time. I was like, that's a great idea.
That was really cathartic.
Oh my god,
You
I
should
have
do it.
piles of old comic pages that are just garbage. I'm like, what am I doing? Throw them out or try and sell them at a show? I'm like, nope, into the garbage they go, into the flames. Exciting.
Into the flames.
Make sure to at least take a quick scan of them so we can include them in collections in the future.
Yeah.
No one wants to see that shit. Yeah, rebirth and renewal. That's the Arden theme. So
Burn it. Just burn it.
burn it.
You know I love to burn stuff.
You kids are crazy. Crazy.
So when's raid 5, guys?
Actually, you guys laugh, but I'm going to start soliciting for that very soon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we need to.
Healy, you got any more ideas?
Killer 28.
Did it. Crazy son of a bitch, you did it.
Did it.
Anna's weapon.
Life and Julie.
Life and Julie.
Yeah, I think we're going to be putting out more of a public call, I think, too, for other creators to join in, just so the pressure's off on the in-house talent. Because I know, in the last few volumes we've had more, which I like actually, we've had more outside people from our network kind of contributed, which I think is also very inspiring to kind of just see other people's work and have it be a part of the series. And so I think we're going to solicit raid 5 and 6 at the same time.
Ooh.
Yeah. And get a lead on it, basically. And make it like a really killer book.
Mm-hmm.
Or books, sorry.
Yeah,
like a double album.
Yeah.
One will just be acoustic.
Yeah, exactly.
Having like Derek Loffman's stuff.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Like, I didn't even. It was one of those social media moments where I didn't even realize I was following the dude for so long, and then.
Oh really?
Yeah, I was like following his art, and then I see his story in the book, and I was like, "There's something really familiar and awesome about this." Huh? Well, that's cool, and then I just move on. Oh, well, that's pretty cool. But yeah, no. So it's been awesome. I've been chatting with him on Instagram as well, and he's
nice.
just a sweet dude.
Yeah, he's great. I got to get him over. Like, he lives in London. I don't even hang out with the guy.
How you such an elitist, Derek?
Got to make a point of hanging out with him.
That's awesome. I didn't know he was London-based as well.
Yeah, no, it's just cool to have all these fresh faces and different people doing different things, and also to see the variety of styles too, right?
Mm-hmm.
All these different styles that people are playing with, and I think it constantly keeps you on your toes. I think.
Yeah.
Especially like even like you, Gabe. Like you've played around with color and black and white and some, and tried different styles and approaches. Every one's been a little bit different, which has been kind of interesting.
Yeah. No, definitely. It's great to like, I guess like challenge the status quo of like what styles I'm used to, even with color palette at the very least, because that's something that for me anyway is a bit easier to mess around with if I'm not changing anything else. But yeah, it's like a playground for experimentation.
No,
We lose a lot of people. We only got 4 left. They all just disappeared.
What?
I said I didn't go off for
Oh,
Sorry, I could hear Healy off of.
Just go to the washroom, right?
Yeah, just go to the
Leave me
bathroom.
alone, man. Leave me alone. So Shane said, he just hit the leave button. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah.
Damien just snuck right on out of here.
That's Damien for you.
The sneaky D.
You got us all drunk
Sneaky D.
on Friday and then sneaks out.
can't trust that guy.
No, sir, Bob.
Boo.
Boo, Steve. Well,
How long do these things usually go?
till 10, but we might maybe wrap it up early. It's been a long
Yeah,
time.
we can shut it down.
Seems like we ran out of things to say.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? It's got boring.
Part of it is I think like half of us are drawing stuff at the same time, and I'm just like, yeah, nice. What do
Nothing
you
wrong
think?
with that. That's what we're doing. We're making shit. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, well,
Making shit Mondays. Brought to you
Eric got
by.
like an elbow done tonight, I think.
I got some armor done, so
Nice.
Nice. Let's see what the Kickstarter's at.
Yeah, where are we at with the KS?
Let's have a peek.
Well, Pixie. Hello. Okay.
Oh,
the hell
I
up,
struggle
man?
with creative blocks all the time. All right.
They shut us down.
Oh.
Canceled.
Boom.
Oh, shit.
Ooh.
Nice.
Wow.
I wonder if we'll hit
Mhm.
20,000 overnight. Nice.
How about that? It's like, wrap it up early. Slackers.
Wait, is she encouraging us to or not? A stunning elbow.
I think she's gonna fight us. It sounds like.
Fight us.
Oh.
Give us some more topics. Let's go.
Quickly, man. Quickly.
What is your favorite character to draw or write about?
Oh, God. My own.
Oh,
Nice. Me too.
Arden.
I can't choose. That's why I do roulette.
So, Aaron, let me ask you one question. How did you come up with the word Arden?
Oh fuck, that's going back ever ago.
Zex.
This is probably yeah. This is probably in like 95. we were hanging out.
The Soviet Union had collapsed 3 years earlier.
Back in 95.
Back in 95.
Pearl Jam and Nirvana ruled the summer nights.
No, I don't
That's how Jordan
know.
was big in music.
I can't think of actually. I don't know. Arden, like the Dutch word for potatoes, I believe, is aardappels, like earth apples.
So your story is potato?
I was like, Arden. I'm like, Arda. I'm like, I like that name, Arden. And then I'm like, oh, but there's Jan Arden. There's like Elizabeth Arden. So I started adding letters. So I added the double A. And then I threw an H in there. I was like, yeah, I want to make sure, it's
Modern day Tolkien.
Really switch it up.
It was double ARDEN for a while, and then I'm like, you know what? I can put a little quiet H in there.
Quiet H.
Arden.
Quiet H.
I love that. Not an obtrusive loud H, just a quiet H. I love it.
There you go.
Discreet.
So it was
discreet
Arden.
H.
I don't even know it was 95. It could have been earlier, but it was a long time ago. I had a lot of iterations.
Mama Deadhead is as old as Arden. This is amazing. This is great.
Yeah.
It's actually you bring up an interesting point though. Like where names come from for characters and different things. Like do you guys how do you guys do? Like do you just get a feeling?
I get a feeling.
Like what makes you choose like Morris or like Julie for Death and Julie? You know what I mean? Like it's always curious because I feel names are very important to characters.
I think for me it's very it's like if the name kind of has a certain melody to it. I know this is gonna sound like kind of a bullshit answer, but I find like different names have like a melodic quality. So
pairing them up with each other, seeing them in a sentence, you kind of there's almost like a sing-songy value to it. Death is so is monosyllabic, and Julie, like, even I don't know if it's because of the vowels, just sounds happier even.
It sounds like joy.
So yeah, and so Julie just made sense to me. I guess like I looked into the name's meaning as well. I do that sometimes, but I don't get too hung up on that, because I could do that forever. Just be like, let me look at name meanings. For me, I mostly just go with stuff that I think sounds really cool, or reminds me of characters that I've enjoyed in other things, I suppose.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
I like that. It's like some bands, when they come up with lyrics, they just care about the phonetics, like the Killers and Nirvana, like Smells Like Teen Spirit. They're like, don't think about what it means, just think about how it sounds and the feeling you get from the sound.
You said the word I was looking for. Yeah, exactly.
I'm hooked on phonics, man.
The phonetic value of it, for sure.
Ooh.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got like names off of like menus, off of like fucking anywhere, words that look cool. Just like I have like I don't know if any of you do this, but any of you have like a big book, like I have like a notes list on my notepad on my phone, just names. There's actually this where I used to get my suits made. The lady who ran the shop always got my name confused with another customer, and so this other customer's name was Romeo Frega, and I was like, damn, that's a cool name.
It's a cool name.
Yeah, I was like, I gotta use that for like a crime movie or like a script or something like that. So like I wrote it down in my book, and now I know you're all gonna steal it now. I know that, but
The name is Frega, Romeo Frega.
I was like, that's a cool name.
That's awesome.
That is.
I used to when me and Ricky did that alien book, Black Hole Hunters Club. I would just literally use like an alien name generator.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it would just like suggest a bunch of weird alien names, and I would just like refresh until I see the right one, and I was like, that's the one. This guy's name is Grick.
I actually remember that, and they also have like those Star Wars name generators and all those different things like that too. That's funny. So what's the kind of thing you'd like to get back to, Shane? Like,
what's that?
You mentioned Black Hole Club. I remember seeing that.
I think that time has passed. Like me and Ricky talked about maybe reviving it, but maybe sometime in the future. But there's no plans really to do that again. No, I think it's had its kind of lost interest. I have some ideas for like a revival, but nothing planned immediately. Also, like me and Ricky are both doing a lot of other stuff, anyways.
Yeah. What's interesting? Because you work on the Cauldron stuff, so that's like very horror based. But then you have your own like Morris, which is like a Western character.
Yeah.
And are these like the genres you like? Are they like your favorite things? Or is it just...
Good question. No, I don't even really like horror.
Really?
Well, you don't like anything.
I don't like a lot of things. There's a lot of things I don't care for. But I get scared of horror. I don't like watching horror movies, anything like that. Even like thrillers. I'm like, this is a little too much for me to handle right now.
It's so interesting. Yeah, sorry. That was one of the first things you told me, and I was like, no way.
Yeah, no, I legit get scared of movies. Like
Shane,
I'm still scared of like movies I saw when I was a kid, horror movies I shouldn't have watched.
Oh yeah, I'm scared of horror movies. I believe in ghosts too, so whatever.
See, I don't think I believe in ghosts, but then it's like you're up at the cottage, you're walking through the woods a little bit by yourself, you're like, oh no, there's a ghost. There's someone
Jody 95, the name of the daughter and the year she died.
But if you ask me, I'm like, no, obviously ghosts aren't real.
But when you're alone in a forest,
you're playing with trouble, Shane. You're playing with trouble, buddy. Don't say that.
We gotta bring a Ouija board to this next retreat.
Oh god.
A Ouija board?
I don't.
Eric shuddering into his room at night.
Yeah, no thanks.
I'm a huge skeptic, and like that's still the idea of messing with a Ouija board is still upsetting to me.
Oh yeah, no way.
Did you know that like most people believe in ghosts? Like if you went around asking people, you'd think most people would say no, but most people would say yes in some way. They believe in ghosts.
Really?
Huh.
Yeah, because one place I was working at a restaurant, and this one guy, he wasn't the brightest guy, but he thought there was a ghost in the change room, and we were all kind of laughing at him about it. And like he said that the ghost slapped him in the face. So we're just like we're all kind of making fun of him, having a laugh, and then it kind of dawned on me, like when we were making fun of him about him, like they weren't laughing at him because he believed in ghosts, which is the reason I was laughing at him, because obviously I was like, ghosts aren't real. They were laughing at him because they're like, the ghost didn't slap him, and I was like, yeah, because ghosts aren't real, right? And they were like, no, ghosts are real, but
They
like,
just don't slap people.
they're not in the change room. And I was like, yeah, but like they're not real. And then I started like going around asking everyone, and like most people, they think ghosts are real.
Totally.
That's wild.
Because they are.
Dude,
I love that it was this arbitrary set of rules of like, no, yeah, ghosts, yes, but slapping in a change room, no.
What an idiot. He thinks there's a ghost in the change room. The ghosts are in the church.
That's interesting.
That's where they live.
I'm telling you, try it out. Just like people in your personal life. Just ask them, do you believe in ghosts or not? I will bet you 7 out of 10 say yes.
Huh.
All right. How many people are here right now? Who believes in ghosts?
I don't.
You know I do.
Yeah, all right. I don't.
I'm weird. Like, I neither do or don't. I feel like I'm gonna.
Oh yeah, there's a ghost in our studio, isn't there?
Apparently, yes. There's apparently the ghost of a fireman who passed away here.
Boom.
Trying to put out a fire back in I think it was the 50s or something like that. But apparently he's a benevolent ghost, from what I've been told by people.
He's a nice ghost.
He's a nice ghost.
He's a friendly ghost.
Not like the other people that were murdered in our studio when it was a CD nightclub back in the day.
Oh Lord.
Those are different kind of ghosts. No sir.
I've been there I've been there many late nights at the studio, and I'd never experienced anything.
That's just me because I live here because I can't afford rent.
my biggest enemy was like my own delirium. Like I would just start losing my mind because I'd be losing sleep for so long.
Oh no, like I actually have I remember the first several months we were here in the new space. And I have to go downstairs to the basement by myself, and it would just freak the hell out of me.
That basement is scary, though.
It is a freaky basement.
Murder basement.
Yeah. That's the place where you believe in ghosts, in that basement.
Exactly.
Maybe I have a
Whenever you see
belief.
hell in a movie, it just looks like that basement.
Rob, don't mess with the spirits. Those aren't good jokes.
No, don't do that. We're not open. We're not open.
We're not open. Oh man.
I don't believe in them, but just in case, don't.
So you do believe?
I'll believe it when I see it. That's kind of where I land.
Hey, my wife made sure that she burnt something in the house before we moved in, all the rooms and everything. So
yeah, like your artwork,
just to get the spirits away. It was my artwork she was burning.
Yeah.
There's a curious idea about ghosts, like the stone tape theory, that if a murder happens, there's a psychic impression that plays a loop, like a GIF over and over again. I've always thought that was a cool theory on ghosts.
I mean, does it not sound true? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting into some really interesting stuff, and it's 8 minutes left. I love how
that's how it works. It's a kitchen party. It's we're done here now. Come on.
I gotta go to bed soon because the ghosts come out after.
The first bedtime was invented because of ghosts.
Eric only likes certain rooms in the haunted farmhouse we go to because
he's
very frightened. And my girlfriend definitely believes that our house is haunted by the ghosts of cows. So maybe. Never know.
Cow ghosts?
Cow ghosts.
They curse you with lactose intolerance.
You never know what they might do.
Black Ghost and collar.
Black Ghost.
I think it's time we wrap it up, guys.
You're a milky white. Is that what you're saying?
Let's look at Wario and Luigi again. Zoom out. Let's look at this.
One more time.
It's getting there.
Those characters have no right to look that sexy.
Oh, there's Wolverine art.
Wolverine, what?
Instead of blue, they say moo. That's not bad. That's not bad.
Ooh. I say boo to that.
Moo.
You know what? I feel like he was waiting for the time to say a joke. And this is one I'm gonna say. I like it. Now's my chance. That's a good one.
He's like, I'm ready now. I'm ready. When's Joe gonna come on here? That's what I want to know.
Me too.
Soon. Hopefully soon. The world needs more Joe.
World needs more Joe for sure.
Yeah.
I do miss Joe.
Yeah, the Bigfoot of the Raid Studio. I've seen him. I've caught him. It's blurry, but I've seen him.
I met him once.
It's all good. It's true. He's real. We all believe in him. Well, guys, as things wind down, should we wrap it up? This was a very chill night of chit-chat and doodling.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do one more update. Where are we at for the Kickstarter? Kickstarter's
thanks everyone who supported.
17.5. That's a pretty good day.
Pretty good. That's a good day, man.
That's awesome.
200 backers. I like it.
We'll have to think up some new stretches for the time to come, and everybody keep sharing, and hopefully get more people interested in this baby.
You gotta get some Joe Vereen art for the stretch goals, maybe, right, Joe?
Yeah. Or have a big Balto story for Volume 5. Oh yeah. Danger. What?
Oh boy.
It's the ghost.
It's a ghost.
This stupid dog over here.
Oh, what a cutie. Look at him. Oh, buddy.
Oh, Riley.
Is Riley drawing with your pad? There you go. It's like she got caught.
No, I think that's Shane's eraser. It's that big.
I make a lot of mistakes, buddy. A lot of mistakes.
I love you. I love you. I love all you guys, and this whole experience has been fantastic. So all just accept. So I raise my glass to you all and to all the guests that came by.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by, everybody. Thanks for the support, and everybody, thanks for showing up for today's Kickstarter after party.
Yeah, congrats on it.
My favorite part of the day was still watching the video for the first time and seeing Vedder just laugh at his own joke.
Yeah. Amazing. All right, everybody, keep making shit. We'll see you soon.
Yeah, everybody. Have a good night. Thanks, Rob.
Cheers. Thanks, Rob.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Nice. That's fantastic.